All right. Welcome back, Blood Bowl fans. It's the Crinkle Cup 3. We're on round 5 or 6. But we don't care about the rounds. We care about the games in particular. In today's game, we got Coach Davis and Coach Robbie, and they're gonna duke it out. The five Knights versus the BBC. Coach Davis.
Coach Cole.
How do you feel about this game?
Well, this is going to be a fun game. We're going to have some fun. We're going to do fun things. We're going to have a fun time and have fun with it.
Alright, I hope you do have some fun with it.
I'm also here.
Alright. I hope you can have that fun indeed. Coach Robbie,
Hello.
how do you feel about this game?
I feel, you know what? I feel pretty good. I don't know if I've ever come into a game confident before, and I'm not coming into a game confident today. But I will say that I think me and Doug are tied for the highest ratio of the season, and Davis is firmly in last for the ratio for the season. So, just statistically, I'm feeling pretty good. But anything could happen out there on the field. This is Blood Bowl after all. I'm just going to go out there and do my best.
Alright. Well, let's hope you do that very best, because Coach Davis might be doing the worst right now. This could be his turnaround moment.
That's true.
So without further ado, and it did, get to going. Play that
All right.
Blood Bowl.
Hey, Cole. Sorry for the late entry.
It's okay.
Welcome back, sports fan.
We got ourselves a pretty good game so far.
It didn't even start yet.
We got the tree, and we got the elves. It'll be interesting to see how it goes. I'm not sure which way the petty cash was going. I think it's going to be in Coach Davis's favor from looking at the numbers and doing some math.
Good weather. Shame. Nothing to spice things up.
We have the fan factor totaling up to 8, so both coaches will be receiving $40,000. So yeah, Coach Davis was able to purchase an assistant coach. Something at least. We have perfect conditions. Coach Davis is setting up his defensive lineup.
Oh crap. Coach Robbie's Top Gear multi-block.
Yeah.
Bit wacky crazy for a level 2 perk.
We got a pretty good
Pride and
offensive
Prejudice,
lineup.
It's pretty good.
Blackadder's staying on the side.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he'll come out when you least expect it. We have the Benny Hill show in the back, in the secondary line.
He's got -1 to his strength, so he's basically like the older version of the human team.
Players are gonna move again.
And we have the kick, so that's good.
Got a quick snap.
So we'll be able to reduce how far the ball goes. And Coach Robbie's getting to move open players, one square. You know, if he wanted, he could have the two players stand next to Prince Andrew and Kevin Spacey by shimmying them one square, so they can start fighting without having to blitz. And then the same for Sherlock and Monty Python's Flying Circus. But he's just gonna move one guy closer to the ball.
Bigger they are.
The harder they punch.
And Top Gear starting off by punching. He's gonna push and he's gonna follow up.
Voila.
So his
I love
tackle
adding my
zones
own
are gonna
sound
be
effects.
around these three players. And we have the Great British Bake Off punching Richard Branson. And he's gonna go down.
That's it. Force them back and then pow.
The question is, when is Robbie going to try and pick up the ball? Some teams, they pick it up right away. Other teams, they tend to do stuff like this. Which way you think safer, Cole?
Well, it depends on what's the riskiest thing to do. Pick up the ball first or punch.
They've got the advantage, but there is no sure thing in Blood Bowl.
So in this scenario, either will do.
Hey, that player looked almost competent.
He seems a little stunned, doesn't he?
You know, getting some punches in, it can show you which way that you should probably want to go with the
These
ball.
players have literally no hands.
And even with the sure hands, Pride and Prejudice does not pick up the ball.
The double dose.
But that's okay, because he got some slaps in.
I don't think there's any way for them to progress up the field safely. More or less, it looks like he's got some really good utility for later, but right now he has to get to that ball in order to utilize any of it.
Yeah, we'll have to
It's
see
weird
what Coach Davis does.
It's weird seeing elves with tackle,
Cabal
though,
Vision
I will
HD
say.
comes with a range of new features.
Instead of dodge, they have
See your
tackle.
instruction guide for further details.
Very strange.
Don't be stupid, Jim. Nobody ever reads the...
Sorry to interrupt you.
That could have been worse.
You know, right now there's not much. You know, since Coach Davis is defending, he could just pass his turn. You know, he's got that dotted line of tackle zones.
I agree.
But I think we're going to see him go on a blitz and try and scoop up the ball, because Prince Andrew can just run up there and
Can't
grab
argue
it
with
if
that
he's
call, can
free,
you, Bob?
No.
which Kevin Spacey is going to punch down EastEnders.
How are they going to catch or run with a ball if they're constantly writhing around on the ground?
Prince Andrew could make it on the ball with a single going for it, or he could stay next to the ball without having to roll anything. He went for it.
He's going to go for
Failed
it.
to pick up.
You know, he failed to pick up, but what matters is that he's right there.
That's gonna leave a mark.
Oh boy.
You know, the fact that he's right there now. No,
Peaky
with-
Blinders can make it over with a blitz even safely. I think that's his best bet. What do you think?
Well, he can't really punch with Pride and Prejudice because he's 2 strength now.
This is going to be decisive.
But that is the best way to get him off the ball guy that's going to pick up the ball. But now he can't use his blitz for getting the ball up the field. Coach Davis still has a really good defensive setup with all the tackle zones. The Benny Hill show is going to knock down Bill
Now
Gates.
it's free as a fart in a thunderstorm.
And we might see the multi-block come out from Top Gear.
Oh, you have no idea how bad I want to see it. He should start with multi-block, Braille Clinton first, and then Harvey Weinstein, because I don't know. Is it -2? It is -2. To the second strength roll. Yeah, that's his best bet. Come on, give us the multi-block.
He's moved his Great British Bake Off down here.
Yes.
So maybe he's going to build the cage here, hoping that he picks up the ball with this.
Uh-oh.
Top Gear is going to take root,
Looks like his. He's
but
not
he
going
is
to be
going to
easy to
punch
shift.
Bill Clinton.
I'm not so sure. With a good block to the trunk,
A lot of
he'll end
people
up
might
flat
wanna
out
punch
on the
Bill
field
Clinton.
like any other player.
Ooh!
And we got a serious injury,
That's just me. I like
so
it.
he's going to miss the next game because of that.
Cover.
But now that Top Gear has taken root,
There it is.
he's only a threat to Harvey Weinstein and Bill Gates, who are right next to him.
He could move Pride and Prejudice to a safe square and then have a cage set up in the spots that are still unsafe. Just a little bit farther to the left and maybe a square up. And then just have 2 people set up in a cage right outside the second rush zone of all the elves. I see.
That's a pretty good spot to get away from Prince Andrew.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good choice for this
Ooh,
play.
gotta reroll.
We're gonna see the
He's
skull
taking
from
it.
Doctor Who onto Donald. He's gonna get stunned.
I don't think that was the best course of
What
action.
a bunch of incompetent gits. If I had my way, I'd flog them all.
So now
Anyone
Donald
can
is gonna
blitz him.
stand right next to Pride and Prejudice.
Phil Collins could go in for a blitz right now, easy peasy. It only has 2 strength. But where would he tackle from?
We have
Right
a blitz
there,
right
huh?
here.
That players earned their wages today.
Rolled on a 1 on the rush.
There it was.
All this focus on the ball is
But we're
against the
gonna
spirit of
use
the
the
game.
reroll and we're gonna take it. We're gonna knock down Pride and Prejudice. It's going in the only available zone. We have the flash kick,
The coach will be spitting teeth about this.
and the
Not
ball's
a good
gonna
spot
land
for
right
them.
there.
Not a good spot for those elf team at all.
A good coach always uses the right player for the
Christian
right
Tucker is gonna
job.
knock down Sherlock. That'll allow the elves in the back to come up through the front. You know, they have a clear zone in between Monty Python and Top Gear. We have another one on the rush. We're gonna use the reroll. He's marking the ball.
That is all of Coach Davis's rerolls. Turn 2.
There's only one word to say about this, Bob.
Not a word, Jim. A sound.
The double attacker down. Harvey Weinstein's getting hit by the
I've
Benny
seen
Hill
some
show.
bad Blood Bowl matches in my time, and this is one of them.
But Coach Robbie now has to deal with 4 elves around his ball.
Unity is strength.
We're gonna have the POW on to Prince Andrew, knocking him down.
Whoa.
Coach Andrew
Oh,
is using his soundboard.
No, that was me.
That was me, you conk.
I did this on purpose because I knew it wasn't him.
JFC, everyone's in here now.
Hey, we're casting.
Oh, you already started?
Now his buddy can move.
They
We're
have.
casting for Davis and Robbie right now.
Oh, sorry.
In other words, get fucked. Are we both gonna be casting simultaneously in this? That would be kind of funny. Let's not do that.
No, we're not going
Let's
to.
not do that.
Yeah, I can once I pull up their game.
That'll help the player move without risk.
So we're gonna have the ball free to pick up now.
Now it's just a simple matter of getting the ball at their feet.
Who knows who could do it?
Never simple.
Top Gear is gonna knock down Bill Gates with the POW.
Now his buddy can move freely. Here comes the blood.
He gets the armor break with the mighty blow, but it turns into a stun. It's now Coach Davis's 3rd turn.
Rerolls turn 2. Go.
Were Pastone X3 sponsoring the sport when you were
The
playing, Bob?
dwarves do that a
Well,
lot.
polishing cream manufacturer? No.
Yeah, not on going for it. So I just reroll a lot. I'll look and it's like turn 3 and I'm out of rerolls.
All right. And this will be quite interesting on what Coach Davis will do to get the ball, seeing how it's surrounded.
Jim, did you know that some cheerleaders get paid more than the players?
Is that a fact, Bob? Why?
Well, it's a question of what the fans are looking at. And
Sorry to interrupt you.
he's one of the quickest among his race.
We're going to have a push from Christian Tucker. Hopefully next turn he can come over and get involved with this fight, seeing how he is the blitzer, one of the blitzers
They
for the
could
team.
follow up, of course, but they've wisely decided not to.
And
Now
that's
Donald
a
is
lesson
going to
for
go
you,
down
punk.
and get stunned. Fleabag's going to knock down Phil Collins.
That'll help the player move without risk.
Get up or get off the field.
So Pride and Prejudice can probably pick up the ball. He could if he wanted to pass the ball to Sherlock. And then Sherlock can run up down the field. Since most of Coach Davis's team is placed in this area, so he'll only have a few players to deal with. Did they leave? No. Coach Robbie is a big thinker. I don't think there's nobody within range of Top Gear anymore. So Benny Hill Show can probably leave. Maybe even do a blitz on these people as an option. Pride and Prejudice is not gonna be able to
You've
pick
got
up the
so
ball.
many twerps coming through on Twerper, Bob.
You know that
I've known twerps all my life, Jim.
hold
I
on,
don't see why I
that
gotta
dislocated
take notice
shoulder
of 'em
is
now.
doing something. It's not, but we'll blame it on that. Why he's not picking up the ball. Monty Python is gonna get knocked down onto the ball,
That player better get up. Nothing good comes from
and
spending
Mick
any
Jagger
time
is
on the
gonna catch
ground
the
in
ball.
this game.
We didn't want to see that since he did just activate, but at least now Coach Davis can build around that fact. Maybe Christian Tucker can come in for the blitz. That is an option. Alright,
That player is about to get punched above and below the belt at the same time.
we're gonna see the defender stumbles,
Hey,
knocking down
that play looked almost competent.
Doctor Who. Harvey Weinstein is moving up with his tackle. I don't think there's
They push
many
them back.
players
First
on
and
Robbie's
eight.
team
Light
with
'em,
dodge,
deck 'em.
so tackle won't be that effective this game.
They zagged, and they should have seen.
Phil Collins is gonna fall over. Now Coach Robbie's going to try and get this ball away from Mick Jagger. He's got him surrounded on all sides, so it'll be
Got any
hard for him
strategy
to
for the
dodge
coach
away
here,
if he
Bob?
doesn't get him out. Get
It's
the
tough.
ball out.
Oh shit, I'm gonna have to leave this. Go down to the other one.
Ka-chow. Alright, now that we're all alone, Peaky Blinders can catch the ball here.
Somebody
Probably shouldn't
just
go for the
grab
reroll
this
since
piece
it's
of
a
soap.
6+ catch. But the ball is there. It's in between two elves. I have the
Tries
blitz.
to secure the ball.
I guess we're not gonna have the blitz. So I think in this situation right now, I think Coach Davis can stop Robbie from scoring. Here we have our boy Christian Tucker coming in, and we have the blitz from Bill Gates onto Peaky Blinders. We get a push.
That ball's starting to look a little tatty. When are they gonna replace it?
I don't know, Bob, and I know what you're doing. You just want me to set you up so you can shout, "New balls, please!" I'm not going to do it.
Buzzkill.
We don't really have much that is able to happen. We can have a couple of blocks go on. Kevin Spacey with the block, just gonna take down EastEnders. And then that'll give him an assist on to Benny Hill
Attacker
Show,
has an assist.
knocking him down from Harvey Weinstein. He's gonna use Stand Firm.
That player's a little short.
I see
Oh, no,
Coach
my
Robbie's
mistake.
learned
He's on the ground.
Stand Firm is pretty good from my game. And put it on his dwarf, you know. Pretty cool.
What's that player doing?
They look to be rolling on the ground in agony, Jim. And here comes
So
the
yeah,
other
right now
team.
this ball is pretty much untouchable by even both teams.
Ouch. He was snapped like a
Akon
twig.
is he's gonna miss the next game as well. That's 2 missed next games so far.
Is the assist going to be enough to come out on top?
A prone player is a dead player. Off times at any rate.
And there's still 3 elves marking the ball. So picking up the ball is very risky.
The ball is currently secure, but now they must grab it.
Are they dancing or
So-
fighting?
Coach Davis is going to use sidestep to move. He could move onto the ball. And that is what he's going to do.
He's now as free as a fart
And we have
in
a death.
thunderstorm.
Christian Tucker is dead. We're going to see the apothecary, as per usual. And it's going to result into
I believe this player may have a long and glorious career to look forward to.
just the rest of the match. No, it's this match and the next match. But the ball is going to bounce into Prince Andrew's hands. He is a catcher with...
And they start the turn in trouble.
He does have nerves of steel, so he can pass the ball to someone without any negatives.
He's now as free as a fart in a thunderstorm.
And EastEnders is knocked down. He could get freed up if Doctor Who and the Benny Hill show get knocked down. We're gonna have a push. That'll push him. It won't push him.
I call that a tie.
Oh, risky.
We're gonna have the pass. It is accurate. We have an accurate pass. There's an opportunity for Coach Robbie to interfere with the ball.
Failure that could cost his team.
He did not catch it, but Phil Collins did. So it's still Coach Davis's turn. He's gonna try and go for a dodge. He is gonna fall over Donald. So right now, Phil Collins is exposed. And he's one square short of making it to the end zone in the next turn. We could see a blitz from Pride and Prejudice, make it a one-die block, or we could see a dodge from any other of the linemen. We're gonna see Bill Gates go down from Doctor Who.
That play looked almost competent.
On the floor again. This team must like worms or something.
We have the blitz from Peaky Blinders. We got the POW onto Phil Collins. He's gonna go into the edge, so there's a chance that the ball gets just thrown somewhere. And we have a badly hurt,
Ow! Rather than the knee.
and the ball is bounced still in the field. Coach Davis is not gonna like these these 3 miss next games and then a 4th injury this game. It's going to be a hard second half for him to deal with. My headset is beeping, so it might die. Oops. We didn't charge it. Alright, we're going to have the push, mayhaps. So, Coach Robbie is encasing these players. We're going to see a push. He'll have to go here, since there are players in the other 3 options.
Come on, guys, together.
And Benny Hill is going to use block. Knock him down. And that is everybody on Coach Robbie's team. So now it's Coach Davis's turn. He has an opportunity, a chance, if you will, to score if he picks up the ball and throws it to Donald, or something happens and the ball is over here. Coach Davis is standing up his players.
Gambling are a great company to be affiliated with. Any problems you may have are sure.
And we have the attacker down on McJagger.
Players down. Turnover.
Nothing for the armor roll.
They're gathering around that lone player, like halflings round a sandwich.
We're going to see the re-roll. We're going to get a POW onto Harvey Weinstein.
With fists flailing, he's following up, hoping to get the knockdown next time.
We're going to see the pickup into the drop.
Well, we'll remember that first half
Just
as
the-
very, very poor.
The quick turn pass from Coach Davis.
Well, we're certainly hitting the violence quota today.
So now Coach Robbie is setting up his defensive line. We're gonna see Blackadder on the field. Who knows what'll happen there? And Pride and Prejudice will be off the field. So Coach Davis is going to move some people. He's going for an offensive offense. He's having some guys back. The kickoff is going to come. And it could go anywhere.
Both of these teams are on the edge. This kick is crucial.
It's going to change the weather. Change to the same, meaning that the ball will bounce an extra square. It'll scatter an extra square. So Coach Davis can make a breakthrough on one of the sides. It's going to be this side. We're going to get a clean POW onto Monty Python's Flying Circus. We're going to get a follow-up, the flash kick.
How do I look in HD, Bob?
So now Prince
A
Andrew
lighter
can come in
shade
and
of
pick
pale.
up the ball. Maybe Kevin and Harvey can, they could stand there and mark these players, or they could come over and assist in making a cage, marking the closer by players. We're going to have the pickup and the rush. We
That's
have
a
the side
dangerous
cage
place to be.
built. That's a pretty good play right there. You know, we haven't seen the side cage used yet. It's very good if you have not 5 players to build a traditional X-shaped cage. So Harvey has moved over here,
Very nice moves.
and we have the dodge from Bill Cosby. We're going to have the both down from Richard Branson, but he has a wrestle, so he will not get destroyed by Benny Hill's block. So both
And
players will go
for
down,
all.
but because they wrestled, no one gets hurt. Because, you know, it was staged, because it's
Fast and
wrestling.
impossible to tackle. The fans
That's
will
the
love
joke
it.
there, maybe. And Donald has positioned himself to block, or to mark these players. So it will be difficult to get to Prince Andrew, who can threaten to down next turn if he moves far enough.
Count those teeth, Jim. They'll have to pick up most of them off the ground in a few seconds' time.
Top Gear is going to push Harvey Weinstein. We have the blitz here onto Bill Gates. He's going to get pushed. He's probably going to get pushed towards the sideline. So he'll be
Fans are
marking the
rebels.
ball
So
carrier
am I.
and
Just
him.
one more step.
So Coach Davis is going to have to find a way to sneak through. We have the block. EastEnders is going to push Donald. It's quite compact here, Blood Bowl fans.
The pressure's on, Jim. What will they do?
Coach Davis is going to have to find a way to get through.
This player likes to be well assisted in a fight.
And we're going to have Donald take down Fleabag with the defender's stumbles.
And now the ball carrier is free to move.
He's not going to follow up. Prince Andrew could go for a jump. It'll be a tough jump to land, but he can jump over and then
They're gathering around that lone player.
run pretty
like
far.
halflings round a sandwich.
We're going to see a chain push from Kevin Spacey. He's going to refill that hole that was just cleared up with EastEnders. And EastEnders is going to get KO'd. Yeah, evening out the numbers.
Just what are you doing, Jim?
Oh, I'm terribly sorry, Bob. You caught me polishing my teeth.
Why are you polishing your fangs, Jim?
We have the
Since we are
blitz
now
on to
zapped across the
Blackadder.
old world in high destiny, cabal vision,
He's
the
going to
viewers
get
can see
pushed
everything.
because he has the
So I need to
dodge
look my
skill.
best.
So he's not going to stumble.
That guy will never fall.
But he's going to follow up. We're going to see a push from Bill Gates.
That'll help the
He's
player
gonna
move
follow
without
up.
risk.
And we have the dodge from Harvey Weinstein. And we have Coach Davis moving away from the edge of the sideline. He's going to look for a different avenue to get through Robbie's defensive line.
Unity is strength.
Now his buddy can move freely.
Bill is going down.
He's now as free as a fart in a thunderstorm.
You know, this is a pretty difficult situation to be in for both teams. You know, if this many players piled up, it's quite difficult to get through. And we have the blitz onto Richard Branson. We're going to see the push. He might get pushed that way. Something we can see is a blitz from a standing blitz from Bill Cosby onto Blackadder. Get a push or something, then you can follow up, and then you can get a free dodge out into the open.
Are a great company to be affiliated with. Any problems you may have are surely coincidental.
Isn't that the company that you owe a great deal of bad gambling debts to?
That has nothing to do with my spontaneous endorsement.
We have the regular block onto Blackadder. We get the POW. That will knock him down. He has a good chance of being injured.
If I had a gold crown for every player I've seen lying on the field
That
during
chance
my
was
career,
not good enough.
well, I could start my own team. You only need 1,000,000 gold, right?
We're going to get a knockdown onto Sherlock from McJagger. Knocking down Robbie's line. Ooh, and that's an injury too, so he'll be out for the rest of the game.
Oh, too easy.
We're going to see another knockdown as well. And that's opened up a path. Sort of. Well, if these players are down, there is an opening being made. We have the blitz parallel. Luckily, Kevin Spacey has blocked, so he's going to knock the Great British Bake Off down. He didn't get him pushed off the field like he was probably hoping, but he is down. And he's going to move down here. So Prince Andrew
How's the
can
missus,
move
Bob?
down to here, make that dodge.
She took everything in the divorce.
And that's pretty good. If we get another, if we get Harvey Weinstein or Richard Branson to come down here,
Not bad.
Harvey will mark these players. So all they really have is Blackadder to stand up and go for a blitz. So Coach Davis at this point is in a good standing of getting a touchdown next turn. But Coach Robbie still has 3 rerolls, so he can do something pretty risky to try and get the ball out. You know, he could burn a few, making some dodges with Great British Bake Off, or Fleabag, or Blackadder. And then re-roll the block dice if they don't go the way. We're going to see Bill Cosby get knocked down by the Benny Hill Show due to having block. And he's going to move up. Peaky Blinders is going to position himself next to Prince Andrew. Top Gear is going to take root, so he's not going to be able to move for the rest of this drive. So even though Prince Andrew is marked, he can just make a dodge, and then he can make a dodge out, which will be easier than the first dodge, and that's exactly what he did.
That's a touchdown. I'm so excited.
And Coach Davis has scored a down. Wow, that was really cool. You know,
All
you
the
don't
Riptide
usually
players
get to
are
see
back
the
on the field.
touchdown
How
animation
delightful.
for elves, at least in this season.
I'm tempted to go down there and help out myself, Jim. I'm worth at least 3 players, and I could do with breaking a few necks to air out the cobwebs.
Even being down 4 players, elf teams can move the ball and still make the downs. Coach Robbie's gonna only have 12. He's gonna receive the ball and turn 12, so he's gonna only have 5 turns to try and tie this up. So we don't know what'll happen. We do see Blackadder next to a tree. And all my fellow Blood Bowl fans know what that could mean. It means we could see the throw teammate. The ball is going to be very far back. Coach Davis is going to get a third reroll from winning brilliant coaching.
Oh dear. I hope that player has
So
written
Top
a
Gear is
will.
gonna push Harvey
Players can barely
Weinstein.
speak, Jim, let alone write. You should know. You've interviewed enough of them.
He's gonna follow up.
Is the assist
I'm
going
gonna
to
see
be
the
enough to come
reroll,
out on top?
but the Old World Dwarf Troll Slayers have loner, and he failed the loner, so that double both down is gonna be a both down and use a reroll. You know, this could cost Coach Robbie. He can get elfed upon. Because you do not want elves around your ball, because we saw previously that it resulted in a half of no scoring. So we could see Bill Gates do a one-die block on Fleabag. If he knocks him down, Prince Andrew and Kevin Spacey can come up and stand near the ball.
Talismans R Us are certainly making a splash on the used arcane item retail scene.
We're going to have the blitz
I'd say less of
onto
a splash,
Fleabag from
more of an
Donald.
incendiary fire.
It's going to be a
that just
defender
can't
stumbles.
trust sorcerers. Now his buddy can move freely.
He's not going to follow up. He gets stunned. Fleabag gets stunned, so Bill can run up. He's going to mark Pride and Prejudice. Ooh.
Turnover.
The reroll
They're going to be carrying that scar around for the rest
into
of
the
their
skull.
short life.
McJagger is going to go down and get injured. That's okay. He was able to get a ball, elf on the man who's going to pick up the ball.
He got himself out of a dangerous situation.
We're gonna
laying
see the
bacon in a
blitz
pie
on to
stands
Bill
more chance
Gates.
than this poor git. Actually,
Call the
you know,
midwife. He's gonna knock him
where's the
down.
nearest pie shop, Jim?
And is he gonna go for the ball with this blitz? Or was it just to move so we can have the pass from Pride and Prejudice? He's gonna move
They'll need
next
to
to the
scoop up
ball.
that ball and quickly. Go, big guy. Trample all over him.
And Top Gear is gonna take down Harvey Weinstein.
He's on him now, like a halfling on a hot dinner.
And that's gonna be a stun. We're gonna see the both down with the block onto Donald, knocking him down. With the Pride and Prejudice is just not picking up the ball today, Blood Bowl fans.
Oh, I can't believe this. So many fails. What is this? A blind halflings match or something?
Unless something really crazy happens, I think Coach Davis is gonna get a win. There's gonna be one on this dodge. It is successful with the reroll. Kevin Spacey is gonna knock down EastEnders. I think he can find a way. He's gonna get a KO. He's gonna try and find a way to the ball. Along with Prince Andrew. And maybe he can sneak in a second down
This
on him.
circle of happy serenity. Aren't they a bunch of happy clappies, Jim?
I wouldn't like to use the word cult, Bob, as that has certain tax exemption implications.
We're gonna see a failed dodge. He's not gonna use the reroll.
That player has gone down hard.
What a bunch of incompetent gits. If I had my way, I'd flog them all.
So Top Gear is alone. We could see Pride and Prejudice pick up the ball, get it over to Blackadder. He stands next to the tree, next turn, 3 tree, throws him, he lands, he runs it in, touchdown. That could happen, Blood Bowl fans.
Hey, that play looked almost competent.
Prince Andrew is getting knocked down.
You can't argue with that call, can you, Bob?
No.
Did you grease the ball before the start of the match, Bob?
Pride and Prejudice has picked up the ball. So he can move up there. He can pass the ball to Peaky Blinders. There are several stunned elves over here. Coach Davis needs to find his elves over by Pride and Prejudice.
Should they be
Top
stomping
Gear
on
has
the player's
moved
neck with those studded boots that high?
on the opposite side of
That's
Harvey
enough looking.
Weinstein.
So yes,
I should probably say something meaningful
Blackadder
to all
is
our
gonna go
Cabal
down.
Vision viewers. All I can think of is splat.
He's going to get knocked out. I think Kevin Spacey can make it. He's going to have to change his movement path unless Coach Davis wants to dodge through some tackle zones to get to Pride and Prejudice and knock him down. He's moved,
I should probably say something
and
meaningful
he's got
to all
the
our
both
Cabal
down
Vision viewers.
and the block,
All I can think of is splat.
and then maybe Bill Gates can come over through there, pick up the ball. That is an opportunity. But I think we need Prince Andrew to come over here and stand up.
Jim, did you know that some cheerleaders get paid more than the...
Sorry.
Right, he stood up and he's dodged.
Greased balls would struggle to dodge through that defensive lineup.
Is he gonna... He could go here. He's gonna go there and mark those two. We're gonna see the block onto Doctor Who. Push him there. He's not gonna follow up. He does get freed up because of that. That was a pretty good play. All right, I think we're gonna see the blitz from Call the Midwife. It's gonna be
A snotling
at
baked in
this
a
angle.
pie
We get the
stands more
POW.
chance than this poor git. Actually, I'm getting hungry.
So
Where's
the
nearest
sidestep
pie shop, Jim?
lets Coach Davis choose where he's gonna land. And it'll all depend on if Pride and Prejudice can pick up the ball. And then throw the ball to Peaky Blinders to move all the way up the field. Because if he goes for these rushes, no one can catch him.
Scoops up the ball with ease.
He's picked up the ball. He didn't declare that he was going to pass with the ball. So, but he's probably going to move up this way. He's going to
That player could run
double
on
rush.
molten lava and not trip.
So Peaky Blinders needs to move up.
I think he's going to make him suffer.
pass opportunity there. I wouldn't care, but the coach might.
Ooh, Top Gear is going to take root.
Another coach who has forgotten to water his baobab.
So Peaky Blinders can still move up freely. He's going to. He's still in range of Richard Branson. We're going to have Fleabag come over here and mark Bill Cosby.
5 gold pieces says he gets kicked in the face first.
Only Richard Branson can reach. Harvey Weinstein can come over and block Pride and Prejudice with only with the 2 strength. He just needs to make this dodge, run up, hit him, knock the ball out of his hands, make it really hard to even get the ball back. He's going to mark the ball carrier. I think we're going to have a blitz from somebody else. Here he is.
That's a good choice for
Kevin Spacey. He gets the POW onto Pride and Prejudice. He can even go with the both down. He's going with the both down. He's going to use the reroll to catch the ball, and because he blitzed, he can't move anymore. But he has the ball, and we have the foul onto Pride and Prejudice. That doesn't result in anything, but that was, he could have got him stunned or KO'd, and that would have ended it.
They may be fast,
and we have Prince Andrew. I don't even know where he was, but he moved all the way over here. Was he behind the tree and I didn't notice? Probably. Alright, Coach Robbie he can still do it. It'll be harder. He's got to knock down Kevin Spacey. He's going to pass the turn. And that'll be the game. Blood Bowl coaches. Are we back?
We're back.
We're back.
All right. And that is the game. So, let's talk with Coach Robbie.
Hello.
How did you feel about this game, the events that corresponded?
Well, you were watching the game I was playing, Cole. I think it's pretty clear to everybody in this room that Nuffle didn't want me to participate, let alone win in this game. I think, one thing they try and teach every thrower in thrower school is picking up the ball. It's a 50-50 chance. I think we failed four individual tries at picking up the ball, but many of those had the re-roll on them, and those failed as well. We had one double attacker downs re-rolled into another an attacker down. Pretty much the only thing we were good at rolling at was injury rolls, and that still wasn't enough to give us any kind of advantage. I praise Davis because he didn't make any huge mistakes during that game. But I'd like everybody, all the Blood Bowl fans, to review the VOD and tell me when I made a mistake either. I think we played, fine us Blood Bowl, and you got to roll dice to play this game, baby. And today the dice rolled directly onto my nutsack, and it hurt a lot.
Well, I do think Pride and Prejudice not being able to pick up the ball several times, even with the sure hands reroll, was a very big factor. There was not really any. There was like no misplays. You're like, oh, but yeah, the game
Yep.
just decided Robbie is gonna
Decided Davis
lose.
needed one.
So let's go over to Coach Davis. How are you feeling after getting your first win for the Crinkle Cup 3?
Well, you know, it may be my first win, but this isn't the best that this team's looked either. For the most of the season, I sounded just like how Coach Robbie did. The dice have not been in my favor. I'm thankful that today Coach Robbie got the butt end of the deal. Now, like Coach Robbie said, this was a really good game played by both coaches. Both of us played very smart. It's just one had more luck than the other. However, I do want to give my congrats to Robbie for knocking 3 players out of my game next week's game. Now that's going to stink for me, but you know what? There's a lot of season left. Coach Robbie's on the up and up. He's still a really good coach, and you also should see my team rise in the rankings as well. And I'm excited to see how everyone finishes at the end of the season.
Indeed. Robbie did get a lot of star player points for knocking out and injuring those players. So both coaches did well. It was a good game of Blood Bowl. And you can watch more Blood Bowl fans on the Pog Blood Bowl YouTube channel.
Like and
Just,
subscribe
Do it.
and hit
Like
that
and
bell.
subscribe.
oh yeah.